Hey, Greg. Can I talk to you about Minnie? What's up, Irene? Did something happen? Minnie told me the other day that she got accepted at her first choice of college. Yeah, it's about that. I have to pay the college entrance fee, but I don't quite have enough. Really? Not enough money? For the entrance fee? We're not talking dozens of thousands of dollars, are we? It's about $2,500. I've been paying child support every single month since we divorced, right? Haven't you been saving up? Saving up? $500 a month isn't anywhere near enough. Minnie's got a tutor, so if you just thought for a second, you would know that's not enough. You need to pay me more. I've never heard of having to pay more child support than the court-approved amount. If you needed more money for her tutor, you could have told me at the time. I shouldn't have to tell you. You should be able to figure it out. You've always been so clueless. Fine. So, how much are you short by? I already told you. $2,500. What? You need the whole amount? That's what I keep telling you. But you've been steadily working at the same place, right, Irene? You're really telling me you don't have any savings to contribute? Look, I don't have any. A receptionist's pay isn't all that high. Not all that high. Still. What? You're really going to skimp on money for Minnie's future? How can you even call yourself a father, Greg? I'm not skimping. I'll pay. Can you give me the payment details? Just transfer it to my account. Why? If you just give me the college's payment details, I can pay directly. We won't need to pay transfer fees twice. Plus, I'll save you the trouble. Oh, you're such a bother. I don't have the payment details right now. You don't have them? So you're still not home? I'm doing overtime tonight. Then you can give me the payment details after you get home. What? You don't trust me? No, that's not what I'm saying. It's just that you've done this sort of thing in the past, Irene. What do you mean, this sort of thing? I'm saying that you started coming home late and spending way more. I don't know what you were doing, but you did just leave Minnie to look after herself for some time. That's not a fair way of putting it. There were so many times I got back from work and Minnie was just eating a microwave meal alone. Minnie was in junior high at the time. She was old enough to make dinner alone. Microwave meals these days can taste pretty good. You were just making a big deal out of nothing. Of course it's normal to worry about my own daughter. It's not about the microwave meals themselves. If you told me you were going to be back late, I would have gone home earlier. Family should help each other, don't you think? You're such a nag. We're not family anymore, so what does it matter? I don't really care what you do with the money that you earned yourself, but think about Minnie as well. I do think about her. That's why we're talking about college fees. Are you really going to use that money for Minnie? It's only right as a parent that you have money saved for that kind of thing for your child's sake. Another lecture? You always were so self-righteous ever since we got married. Who do you think you are? This isn't a lecture. I just want a discussion. But you're making it about yourself, as always. That's why we got divorced. What is there to discuss now? But Minnie is your daughter as well as mine, so we have to work together to do what's best for her. It's too late now, but I regret not having pushed harder for custody over Minnie. I couldn't hand Minnie over to you when you didn't have a clue how to do housework. Children should stay with their mothers. I'd have agreed in the past, but when you're behaving strangely like this, Irene, I'm not so sure. What do you mean, strange? Minnie told me the other day. She says you've been spending way more time out, like around the time we divorced. You're coming home late these days. Are you dating some weird men again? What do you mean, again? You accused me of cheating on you, but how many times have I told you that I wasn't? Sure. At the time, we ended up divorcing without any proof of infidelity. But the fact is that you were acting strange and spending a lot of time outside. So what? Is it a crime to spend some time away from home? And I'm single now. You have no right to criticize what I do. You're not my wife anymore, but you're still a mother. Stop worrying Minnie all the time. Oh, enough! I should have realized not to rely on you. Anyways, text me the college's payment details later. It's fine. I don't need the money. You're useless. Minnie, what are you up to? I'm watching TV. Where's Mom? Not home yet. Again? She normally comes home around midnight these days. Sometimes she comes back drunk in a taxi. I'm disappointed in her. At least there's no one to stop me watching all the reality TV I want, lol. I guess it's fine as long as you're happy, Minnie. Mom told me about the college entrance fee. What happened to that? It looks like she hasn't paid yet. I only have 3 days until the deadline. At this rate, I won't be allowed to attend my first choice college. Don't worry. If Mom hasn't paid by the day before, I'll sort it out. Really? I've been working and saving up, but I was so worried because I didn't have enough. You should keep your own savings for your future. Thanks, Dad. I'll pay you back double after I become an English teacher, lol. I'll be looking forward to that. You've always loved books, so I'm sure you have what it takes. Yep, I'll work hard. Minnie, if you're okay with it, you can live with me while you go to college. My house is closer, right? I'd like that, but I wonder what Mom would say. Mom does love having you around. I don't think that's quite right. Mom just likes having me as proof that she's winning against you. Huh? Winning against me? She wants to prove that she's working hard and doing well even as a single mother. Isn't it like posting pictures of a fancy cafe's food on Instagram? She just wants to prove that she's number one. You're rather perceptive. She hates it when anything doesn't go her own way. Mom comes home late, but she's very strict about my curfew. She even makes me leave my phone in the living room and go to bed by 10 p.m. You're still in high school. She's just trying to make sure you're safe. That's not true. Mom checks my texts at night. What? She's checking all the conversations I have with you, Dad. She always wants to be in the catbird seat in her interactions with you. You know some difficult idioms, Minnie. You're going to be a good English teacher. Well, the upper hand, right? I guess so. I think Mom is still holding it against you that you started the divorce. It seemed to hurt her pride, lol. That's why she's always desperate to one-up you. There's no winning or losing in life. That's what I think too, but not Mom. Hey, won't Mom get angry if she sees these texts? It's fine. I realize that Mom snoops on my texts, so I delete them when I go to bed. That's Gen Z for you. You're one step ahead of Mom, lol. I'm done with TV, so I think I'll go make dinner. Okay, make sure you lock up safely. Dad, are you still awake? Sorry, I know it's late. What's up? I checked with Mom today, and she still hasn't paid for the college entrance fee. Dad, I won't be able to go to college unless you give me the money. Can you transfer it to my account? I'll do the rest. Why would you text me that? You could have asked me, since I'm sitting right next to you. Huh? What do you mean? I'm in my bedroom. It's Irene, right? Don't you even check that your daughter's in her room after you come home? You should be ashamed to call yourself a mother. What do you mean, ashamed? You have no right to call me that. You're a waste of space, Greg. So it is you, Irene. What's going on? Did Minnie go visit you? Minnie came over because she was worried about the college entrance fee. She said you hadn't paid yet, so I paid instead. Oh, really? I'll get Minnie to stay with me for a while. It looks like she left her phone, so I'll go pick it up tomorrow morning along with her clothes. What? Why isn't Minnie coming home? I'll go pick her up right now. You're going to drive? I bet you're drunk.
And? What's wrong with that?
Minnie came crying to me asking for help. She said that her mother wasn't thinking of her at all.
She said what?
She might speak in a mature way like an adult these days, but she's still a teenager. She needs her parents' support.
I think about what's best for Minnie, too.
Then why aren't you paying for her college fees? Isn't it her dream to become a teacher?
What a boring dream.
What on earth are you saying?
She's a girl, so she ought to have more fun. She's being way too safe and boring from such a young age. Lol. She doesn't need to go to college.
Irene, you don't get a pass to say anything you want just because you're drunk. Do you even realize how hard Minnie worked to get into college? You've been watching all that by her side, but now you have the audacity to tell her not to go?
Shut up. Minnie's 18 now. She should start earning her keep. When she gets a little older, she can just get married. If she tries to go for a proper career, she'll just end up without a decent man like me. Mal.
Minnie's so close to her dream now, and that's all you can say as her mother. Are you really thinking about her future?
I am, and that's exactly why I'm saying she shouldn't go to college.
I'm not just talking about Minnie's future. What about yours?
Huh? Mine?
I went downtown to go eat out with a coworker. I happened to see you, Irene. It was 2 days ago. I saw you talking to a drug dealer.
There's a lot of drug dealers around there. He was harassing me.
It didn't look like harassment to me. It looked like you willingly gave him money in return for something.
I don't know what you're talking about. Are you sure you're not mistaking someone else for me?
It looks like it wasn't an affair after all. I would have never guessed you had another habit. Now it makes sense why you were always short on money.
It's money that I earned myself, so it's none of your business.
How do you plan to keep funding this expensive hobby of yours? Are you planning to blow through all your savings and just keep asking people for money?
That's still in the future. I'm sick of being surrounded by such a straight-laced daughter and ex-husband. I'm not the kind of person who can live such a boring life.
I see you've fallen for their marketing. They just like making you feel special.
I didn't fall for anything. He tells me he's impressed by my courage to break rules so I can have an exciting life.
That's just drug dealer 101. Why don't you take a good hard look at yourself?
A stiff like you wouldn't know, Greg. But he doesn't just say that to anybody. He doesn't see me as just a customer. He respects me for who I am.
That's how they stay in business, by making you feel that connection. Most people just pretend to be duped and spend a little money. Who the hell really believes that nonsense and spends their entire life savings on such a habit?
See? You're always so self-righteous. You can't push your lens onto everyone else in the world.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that I always wished for your and Minnie's happiness while we were married. But you were always just chasing your own hedonistic happiness, Irene. No wonder we weren't compatible.
What is this happiness you talk about then, Greg? Don't push your mundane values onto me. I'm the only one who can make myself happy.
Maybe for you. But I'm Minnie's father, so I care about her happiness over mine.
Fine. You and Minnie can do whatever you want. Go live your boring, unexciting lives together without me.
Hey, Greg. How's Minnie doing? She's doing just fine. She's only got a few classes until she graduates high school, so she's mostly working or at home. These days, she makes dinner a lot.
That's great. I'm glad to hear you two are getting along.
I'm used to taking care of myself after 4 years of living alone. But it was so surprising in a good way to see that Minnie has grown so much and she can do anything. Her cooking is really good.
You really seem like you're enjoying your life.
Of course. With my daughter living with me, I've been really happy. You must be pleased to have all the freedom you want, right, Irene?
Actually, there's something I need to talk to you about. Can I borrow some money from you?
You really need to ask for money from this waste of space? I thought you'd be too proud to ask. Lol.
This isn't funny. I'm really in trouble here.
Well, we might not be family anymore, but you're still Minnie's mother. If it's possible for me to help, sure.
Really?
So, how much do you need?
I need $7,000 today.
$7,000? You're that deep in debt?
No, that's not it. My dealer needs it.
Your dealer?
If he can't pay this money today, he'll be in real trouble with his boss.
You disappoint me. I said all that, but you're just getting deeper and deeper into this.
I tried to stop, but he contacted me.
Of course he would. He's playing you for a fool. Don't you understand?
But he has big dreams to expand his business in the future, so he needs my help until then.
So, you can't support your own daughter's dreams. But you'll even get yourself into debt giving money to this guy?
But Minnie has you! This guy only has me to rely on.
I don't even know what to say. I'm sorry, but if that's the case, I can't lend you any money.
What? Why?
Because this isn't going to help you, Irene.
Why not? I've maxed out my credit card. I've taken some high-interest loans and I'm really in trouble. Are you going to just abandon your ex-wife in this situation?
That's what's best for you. I'll get the paperwork done to change Minnie's address to here. Irene, you really need to get help and sort out your life.
Oh, get off your high horse. Don't act like you've beaten me just because you won Minnie back.
It's not about winning or losing.
You don't mean that. You took Minnie away, and now you feel superior to me because of it. But this all happened because you're such a bore, Greg.
You're making it my fault again.
But it's true.
What is this happiness that you talk about, Irene? Don't push your self-destructive values onto me.
What did you just say?
You say only you can make yourself happy, but I don't believe that. I feel happiness when my family is happy.
Then you could have made me happy. This is all your fault. Why don't we start over so you can fix this?
That's not happening. I was right to divorce you after all.
What?
I can't satisfy your overinflated ego, so I can't give you the kind of happiness that you're looking for. I don't respect you, and I don't feel like you're someone important to me anymore. You're just a pathetic addict who let their life get taken over by this habit. You should enjoy your exciting life riddled with debt and poverty. In the end, Irene couldn't bail out her drug dealer, so he stopped doing business with her. With only her debts left, she started working at a bar and nights after her day job. But this breach of contract was discovered at her receptionist job, so she got fired. I hear she's working a lot to scrape by. Convenience store in the morning, fast food in the afternoon, and bar at night. I guess she's got the exciting life she always wanted in a way by being chased up for her loan payments. Lol. Minnie started at college now. We're both much better at housework these days compared to 4 years ago, so we split it evenly between us. Minnie's a kind girl. She says she wants to reconcile with her mother once she's sorted out her debts and her life. But it sounds like it's going to take more than 10 years for Irene to pay off all her debts. It looks like my daughter and I will be able to live peaceful, unexciting lives for a while.
Hey Ken! Long day at work today, huh? Do you have a little time to talk?
Oh, hey Susan! What's up? I plan on going out drinking with a couple of friends of mine.
Ah, I see. Can I call you right now?
I just spent it with my friends. Not really a good time.
I see. Even for like a minute.
What's up? Are you in trouble? Can't we do this tomorrow?
I was hoping to say this to you directly. I don't know if I can wait until tomorrow, so the hell with it. I'll just get it over with online.
Huh? What do you mean, get it over with?
I have an announcement to make.
Huh? What are you talking about? Now you got me all curious. Hurry up! Spit it out!
Well, okay. Hope you're ready for this. I'm having a baby!
Huh? You're not serious! A baby? No way! You're pregnant?
Yep, that's right. I was feeling a little weird lately. Remember we were talking about how it might be an irregular menstrual cycle or something? I was a bit concerned, so I went to the hospital today and the doctor informed me that I was pregnant.
Is this real? Anne, seriously? Okay.
Is something the matter? You seem kind of strange.
Yeah? Really? It's just that it's so sudden. I wasn't expecting it.
Yeah, right. Sorry to spring it on you all of a sudden. Actually, I wanted to tell you directly, but I just couldn't wait to tell you.
Yeah, well, suppose you're right. Congratulations!
Huh? Congratulations? You're the father, you know that, right? Congratulations to you, too!
Oh yeah, right.
Well, we've been dating for 5 years. I suppose it was about time anyway. The baby came first, but maybe it was for the better. We were just talking about how we'd never get married unless there was some drastic situation. Pretty good timing, don't you think?
Yeah, I guess. Pretty good timing, right.
Oh yeah, Ken. You have next weekend off, right? You want to go over to my parents' place to say hello? It's been a while. We can inform them of our marriage and about the pregnancy. A double whammy.
Huh? Next week? Wasn't your dad on some long business trip or something?
Yeah, he was, but he just got back, so he'll be around. He has to go on another trip at the end of the month, but he's home for a couple of weeks. Everything seems to be falling into place, don't you think? So, you okay for next weekend?
Yeah! Let's go!
Okay, great. I'll give them a call and tell them we're coming over next weekend.
Okay, no problem. I look forward to it.
We should visit your folks pretty soon, too. When should we do that? They live pretty far away, so we should make plans as soon as possible. We've been going out for a long time, but I still haven't met your folks, so I'm a bit nervous.
Yeah, right. My folks seem to be pretty busy recently, so there really is no rush. I'll ask them when it's convenient.
Alright, I'll leave that up to you. So, what time should we meet up on the weekend? My folks say they're free all weekend, so any time is fine.
How about we arrive there around 10 a.m. Saturday?
Sounds good. I'll give them a call. Okay then, don't drink too much tonight.
Yeah, I know. All right then. See you then.
Hey, what's up? Where are you? Are you stuck in traffic? Are you still sleeping? Okay, sleepyhead. I'm gonna head over to my parents' place. See you there later. Don't be too late. They prepared lunch for us. Call me on your way there. Hey, Ken, are you still sleeping? It's almost noon. You're not still in bed, are you? We're getting ready to eat lunch. What's up? You haven't even called. What's going on?
This is Ken's mother. My son. He died yesterday.
Huh?
He was on his way home from work yesterday and got into a car accident. You must be Ken's girlfriend, Susan, wasn't it?
Yes, that's right. Excuse me, but what are you saying? This is a prank of some kind, right? Tell me it's a joke.
This is no joke!
Are you really Ken's mother? And you're saying that Ken passed away in a car accident? I can't believe that!
Well, me too! This happened only yesterday. I still think I'm stuck in some kind of nightmare. But it's the truth. So, I'm really so sorry about this, but please just forget about Ken and lead a fruitful life. You're still young.
I cannot accept this. I will not believe it until I see him. Where is he now?
I'm very sorry. I am in complete shock right now. I'm grieving for my son. Please, let me grieve in peace.
But I have Ken's child in me. Did you know that? It's Ken's child.
Susan, I really don't want to say this, but is that child you're carrying, is it really Ken's child?
Huh?
I previously heard something from my son. During college, you played around quite a bit. Is that true?
Played around? What are you talking about? Before going out with Ken, I had one boyfriend.
Aren't you still seeing this former boyfriend of yours?
Huh? What did you just say?
You were going out with both Ken and this guy at the same time. That's what I heard. I really can't perceive you to be an upstanding young woman.
Hold it 1 second. After we broke up, he continued to stay at my place for a little while. That's all. He had nowhere to go at the time. I was never two-timing Ken.
But you guys were talking about marriage and how getting pregnant would hasten that prospect. Sounds kind of fishy to me. The timing is a little too convenient, in my opinion.
Well, you can think what you like, but it was just a coincidence. I could never plan that. Besides, Ken is no longer with us. This has nothing to do with us.
As you can imagine, there are so many things I have to do. I really don't have time to bicker with you. And one last thing. We will by no means accept that child as our responsibility. I'm very sorry, and I hope things work out for you, but that's all I have to say.
What do you mean, that's all?
Exactly what it means. That's all. No more. We have nothing else to say to you. As for your child, you'll have to bring the child up yourself.
So, that's it, huh? Well, at least give me a chance to say goodbye to Ken. When is the funeral? Where is it going to take place?
Susan. I'm not sure if you know this, but our family is very prestigious. I'm a writer, and my husband is the owner of a large and well-known resort hotel.
Yes, I did hear a bit of that from Ken. What's that got to do with anything?
I hear your parents are farmers or something, so you probably don't understand our way of life. I'm sure you know what I mean. It really wouldn't look good if you or your family showed up. I hope you understand.
Please, you can't prevent me from seeing him. I mean, not getting to see him for the very last time?
If at the funeral you blurt out that you're carrying Ken's child, it would be a scandal. Our household has many situations which people of your stature would never understand. So please, I have to insist that you not show up to the funeral. We just don't want anything to do with your family in the future.
All right, I understand. I hear you loud and clear.
Oh, yes, I forgot. About the child. We'll pay a little compensation for you, so please, tell me your bank account. That's the least we can do. This is Susan, right? Where are you right now?
Oh, is this Ken's mother? Could you contact me on your own phone? It really hurts when I get a text from Ken's phone. After all, I couldn't even attend his funeral. I'm really emotionally drained.
Oh, how rude of me. I'm so sorry. Yes, his phone already had your name in it, so it was just easier. You know what I mean? And so, where are you right now?
Why do I have to tell you?
It's just that I remember what Ken used to always tell me when he was alive. It seems there are some valuable items that Ken left at your place. I figured I would go over to your place and retrieve them, if you don't mind. No need for you to be there.
Huh? Were you planning on going into my house without permission?
I found your key in his jacket pocket, so I figured it was okay. You don't mind, do you? He was your ex anyways, and I'm his mother. No harm in that.
I do mind! But even if you did, I'm not living there anymore, so the place is empty. Go in if you like.
Huh? You moved out? You're not living there anymore? Is that what you're telling me? What's going on? Stop joking around!
This is no joke! Like I said, I'm emotionally distraught. I could not stay there a day longer. The memories, you know? I'm at my parents' place now.
Oh, okay, I see. What happened to all the stuff that Ken left at your place? Could you please send them all to our home?
Oh, yeah, Ken's stuff. I burned them all. Dumped them into the incinerator at the city dump.
Huh? You burnt it all?
How about the sneakers?
You're not serious!
How about that leather jacket?
That expensive briefcase?
Everything? Do you mean everything?
Actually, I wanted to put some stuff in the casket, but I wasn't invited to the funeral, and you said you didn't want anything to do with me anymore, so... Well, Ken was really fond of those things, so I figured he would enjoy them in heaven, so... I burned them all. It was the least I could do for him.
You're not serious!
Are you nuts?
Burn all of it? Do you realize how much all that costs? You know perfectly well
Well, I value those things! Do you realize how much I spent on those things? Some are rare, like those Nikes! They're irreplaceable, premier items! They're worth a fortune!
So, you spent a fortune on them, huh?
Right. I was so upset that I made a mistake. They were Ken stuff. I almost feel like they are mine.
How could you do this?
Those items were precious to Ken.
Please, there's no need to fuss. It's best that all his items are now with him in heaven. I can see him now in heaven, trouncing around the clouds in his Air Jordans. Besides, what are you going to do with them? You have no use for them. But I suppose I could have just sold them. But considering the wine deal we have with you and your husband, those items were nothing.
Huh? A wine deal?
Ken's not here anymore, so I suppose it wouldn't hurt to talk about this. Was it next week? That your husband will be visiting our winery?
Huh? What are you talking about?
Oh my god! Did you forget about all that? Your husband said that in order to build his business, he was going to go all out and introduce various wines at the resort hotel, so he's coming to visit the winery directly. I think he said he already got the plane tickets.
What the hell are you talking about? Wine? Plane tickets? What's this about?
It's about visiting our winery in Italy. He wants to import wine directly from our winery there. Don't you remember? Your husband talked it over with my dad and they agreed on a deal.
Huh? Your family? You own a winery in Italy? I thought you were blue-collar types. Farmers is what you told me. This is the first I'm hearing of this.
Huh? You and your husband were so happy for the deal. What are you saying? It was you who really pushed it and negotiated the details. First you heard of it? Really?
Oh, yeah, right.
Yes, you were very enthusiastic about it. You're not having second thoughts, are you? Well, I guess Ken died, so maybe it hit you hard. I certainly understand.
Yes, that's it. Poor Ken.
When you found out that you were working with my family, you wanted to separate private matters from business. It was you who asked us not to tell Ken about this business deal. You said it would spoil Ken if he found out that our family owned this winery in Italy. You said you would tell him after he introduced me. That's why I never really talked about my family or the situation regarding our business relationship.
Oh, yes. Now I remember. I've been so forgetful recently.
But it really is too bad about Ken. My father was concerned about us, and he was even looking for a house for us to live. Here's a photo of the place he picked out.
Huh? This is the house.
What is this? A mansion?
No, it's a cottage not far from the Mediterranean Sea. It's a wonderful place. The view is incredible. But I can't live there alone. Maybe we'll keep it as a summer cottage. Okay then, I have to get going. I realize that this is all very traumatic for you, but I hope you keep your spirits up.
Hold on, please!
Huh?
I'm so sorry, Susan. Don't be shocked, it's Ken. About him, me, being dead, it's all just one big joke. I'm really sorry. It's just that I got cold feet. Scared, you know? I was just not ready to be a parent. So, That was all I could think of. I still wanted to play around. I'm still pretty young, you know? Sorry, I was being a real jerk. Please forgive me. I thought this whole thing over, and I finally made up my mind. Yeah, I'm gonna marry you. Let's work this out. We can make this work. The three of us, a happy family.
Oh, come on. Stop joking around. Please, Ken is already in heaven. He's no longer with us. You have to get over that fact.
Like I said, that's all BS. I'm Ken. I'm not kidding. Please, believe me. I promise you, I will make you guys happy.
You were ready to get rid of me and your child. You went as far as pretending you were dead? You call that a joke?
No, I mean I wasn't ready.
Do you think I'm stupid? Make us happy? Yeah, right. I did ask you when you first contacted me. I said, "Are you really Ken's mom? Remember that?" I knew it was bullshit from the get-go.
Huh?
Oh yeah, did you know that your parents are here at our house right now? I told them what you did, that you made up the story of you being dead and contacting me pretending to be your mother. Man, she was pissed. When they heard that, they flew over right away. They apologized profusely for what you did.
You're kidding, right?
Both of them are really busy people, but they took time off and took a flight over here. And you? When do you plan on getting here? It's way past the date we agreed on. Why don't you get your ass over here now? Of course, my folks are both here too, so be ready for some heat.
Don't worry, I'll meet and apologize to them. It's all for our future. I'll do anything. I'm on my way. I'll get ready, so just give me a bit of time, would you?
Get here ASAP, because we need to talk about my compensation.
What do you mean compensation? We're getting married. We're gonna be happy. Isn't that what you said?
Impossible! Come on, think about it. How can I marry someone who's dead? Ken eventually arrived, thinking he was going to marry me and go about business as if nothing happened, but he apologized profusely for his actions and promised he would never do such a thing again. As he was proclaiming his enduring love of me, his father stepped in and smacked him across the face so hard he stumbled to the floor, not knowing what hit him. Ken was flabbergasted. It seemed he thought his parents were 100% on his side. Watching his parents hold their head in shame and his mother on the verge of tears, he finally came to the realization of his actions. For me, I completely lost respect for him. How could I have gone out with this guy, much less have a child with him? Ultimately, he agreed to pay compensation for the damages he had caused and to pay child support for the foreseeable future. To make sure he stood by his commitments, the whole thing was done through a lawyer, making it legally binding. Several years later, I heard that his parents realized how they had spoiled their son. They made the decision to revoke all rights to his inheritance. In order to re-educate him, they put him to work in the kitchen at the resort hotel and made him work there until he paid off the compensation to me. His younger brother was slated to take over the business side of the hotel operations. Despite being the son of the hotel owner, he was relegated to working the kitchen, washing dishes and doing menial jobs. The other staff members were all weary of the guy. As for me, I left the US and now live with my folks and my son at that beautiful cottage on the Mediterranean.